Hi everyone, this is Patricia Lemoine from the Surviving ED blog on the HealthyPlace.com. Today I want to talk to you about something that's actually probably one of the most important things in recovery, at least for me, and I want to share it with you. Um, it's how to be mindful of everything that you do on a daily basis and how this can impact your recovery process by either helping it or hurting it. And I think that very often, we don't realize the impact uh, of what we do and what we think in our minds, what we do in terms of actions and what we think in our minds, and how it can impact, how we actually feel and how we actually go about making choices throughout the day. And this can really impact our recovery for the better or for the worst. And so I want to share with you that often I wake up and I'm anxious. I'm thinking of the day ahead and I'm not really sure how it's going to go and I get nervous. And someone asked me recently, what is one of your major accomplishments in life so far? And although it was kind of like in a professional setting that I was asked that, I said, aside from my professional accomplishments, one of the biggest things that I'm so proud of is that I'm able to, that I recovered from bulimia, but that also I'm maintaining my recovery every single day. And which brought me to then explaining to the people that I was with what it actually means for me and what it means to staying recovered. Staying recovered for me basically means that every single day when I wake up, I make the choice to love myself or to hurt myself. And no relapse. I think that you guys have looked into probably my past posts about avoiding relapses, what it feels like when you're about to have one, how to reach out for support. And it's so important for you guys to know that it's been a struggle for me at times, and there's been ups and there's been downs, and but it all starts with making that decision when you get up, in the morning, or when you just later on in your day when you're having a tougher time than you thought you would, to just kind of reassess, what am I feeling right now? And it has nothing to do with my appearance, with what I look like, with my job performance, or with just something that someone said, but really try to think of internally right now, how am I receiving this situation I'm in? What is it triggering in me? Is it hurting me? Is it making me feel uncomfortable? And if I reach out automatically for these self-harm, thoughts of self-harm, as in, well, it's because I'm fat, I'm ugly, I restricted, or I should restrict, I should binge, I shouldn't eat this. If you're automatically reaching out for these, for these thoughts, which we all do at times, and so do I. So I'm guilty of that, of course. Try to think what's behind it. How did it start? And at first you might kind of feel that, well, it's tough to pay attention to my thoughts while I'm at work, while I'm talking to someone. It is at first, but it's such a world of difference eventually when you realize that you're completely in control, and that little things, something someone says, something you think on your own because you read an article, you spoke to someone, you came across something on the internet, all of that could affect your recovery. And so you have to get to a point where you feel comfortable living and going about your daily life and having all these things that come at you and that can kind of like trigger you. But then if you know what they are, and if you know what they kind of like reawake in you, you'll learn to avoid them or to just let it slide. Sometimes this is probably a good trick maybe you could try to use. Something I'll often do is I just feel whatever it is that I feel washing away. Just, it comes over me and it goes. It's like a wave. And I'll picture the ocean. I'll picture thinking, that I'll picture that I'm at the beach and that there's a wave coming and it's going back. And I choose to even to stay with that image of it, of the water washing my feet, or I choose to see and believe that it's going away. And it's the same thing, I think, with thoughts of self-harm and thoughts of, negative thoughts. And this also works with people, by the way. Toxic people you don't want around you because they're hurting you. Maybe it works with other people, but with you, it's just kind of like this, and it's hurting you. All of that kind of, it all comes at once. It all comes at once. And it's so important to realize that everything is connected. And so I'll leave you, thinking about that, the ocean and things washing away, and just, you don't have to hold it, just let it go. And if you have any comments or thoughts about how mindful you are in your own recovery, or if you're struggling, please leave me a message, comment, and that'll be my pleasure. And I hope you have a wonderful time ahead before we speak again. Thank you.